we are here. All right. Good to go. Got a little bit of that like jazzy hip hop thing going on with the cup of coffee. The weather's changing. I'm flying in early AF. And I've been in the middle of writing the music. You guys, those of you who know, remember I told you, I'll come in, I might come in. If I do come in, it might not be at the same time. And this is one of those moments. Excuse me. Matter of fact, I got bored the other day, for some of you who did show up, and I actually played a little bass and did some fun stuff with everybody here, so that was cool. But here I am. We're gonna listen to some music. Let me get my head together here, and then I will say hi to everybody on the chat. I'll scroll through and say how's it, and then I have, oh, you know what I forgot? Space, the number one thing. Guys, give me a second. I'm Bobo. Give me a second. I just have to get my water canteen thingy. What do you call it? Not a thermos. What do they call it now? That you drink out of the things that keep things cold all day long and stuff. What are they called again? A flask. Flask. Oh, yeah, the flask. I need the flask. The Yeti. The flask. So hang on for a second, guys. I'm not even going to go dark for this. I'm just going to spin around and walk. I'll be right back. I'm going to fill up my water bottle. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm dying. Water bottle. Yeah, you know, the older I get, the better I was. Yep. All right, here we go. All right. There we go. All right. Oh, yeah, you know what else I got to do? Because this reminded me, I still have my green screen thing set. Because this is supposed to be green turtle and no more green turtle because I get my green screen stuff. So hang on. I got to make a quick adjustment on my camera. Turn off my green screen. So give me a second. Yep. Green screen off. So I may have turned into some different colors for you. Okay, good. That's all good. So anyhow, guys, I had a delay in my job that I think I may have explained on the last stream, or writing music for the publisher, and had a little bit of a technical delay there on their side. So I had updated my studio and had some fun, and last week I came in and I popped in and did a little bit of music. But yesterday I got files and I started writing, and then I realized, okay, I want to come in, hang out with everybody for a little bit and talk story, and then have fun with the music. It's early, obviously. I think we don't have to do daylight savings day here in Hawaii. So we didn't have to move forward. Is it moving forward? No, you guys have moved backwards. So if it's 1 o'clock here, then it must be 3 o'clock in California, instead of me starting at 6. Plus I have to be back online, let's say, writing music by 5 o'clock my time, because I just kind of budgeting my time to do all this stuff. But I definitely said I want to bring in the gang and have some fun first. So that's part of my thing I want to do today, and that's why we're here. Yeah, you're right. First of all, 1 a.m. I didn't. I was like all over the place. So this morning I did wake up though, and I did a video for the RPGs Music Arcade, specifically from Patreon. I got a request from Patreon, and the Assassin's Creed. I don't know if you saw that, but that was really fun to do. It's got a very unique, you know, Arabic. That whole Arabic vibe is so cool. So that was really super sick. So to let you know, I actually have 3 tracks set because I had some donos. So I'm only opening up donos, in other words, building the list for about 15 minutes. So, you know, If you want to buy me a cup of coffee and hear some music for the next 15 minutes, you can stack it up. I see a few people have already parachuted in. And I do have 3, though, from previous that I didn't get to, or a couple did kind of parachute in early as the stream started. So, lucky dip tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the lucky dip. And so we'll make sure we'll get, that opportunity for everybody. First, before we do, though, new jar of peanut butter. But wait! You know what my daughter bought me for Halloween? And I've been going mad mental for? And it's not really peanut butter, but it is the devil's version of like peanut butter brittly. Have you guys ever heard of this? Just insane. Have you ever, that? See that? This is like it doesn't even say peanut butter. This is literally crunchy cookie butter spread. It's the diabetes of anything spread on bread, but it's so good. This is so good. Uh-oh, I got a bunch of donos. Stand by for a second. I got to stay in control here. Make sure I got time for all of this. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. There's, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. And of course, the higher the dono, the more priority you get when I listen to it. No, but I'll listen to it. Don't worry about it. I'm just having some fun here. I have room for about 1 a.m. If we're monitoring what we have here, I have room for about 4 more donos should they come in, and then if that does, then can you pop up that dono thing over? And that way I can also get the opportunity, maybe if I need to drift or pull something out of the air, we can all do that. We're at 9 total right now. Okay. Thank you, 1 a.m. Okay, before I start, I do want to say hi to the gang here on the stream. If you're just lurking in the background, first let me say hi to you. I know some people just don't want to chime in, but I want to say hi to all you guys who are just hanging out, whatever you're doing today. If you got another screen on and this is just running in the background or whatever, hello, how's it? How are you? And then to everybody else here, Hurricane Gregor, Party Shrimp, Mr. Explorer, Kairu, what's up, dude? 1 a.m. of course, Nantine, how are you? DJ Tambor, Skippy, how are you? MM, I think I got one of yours still dangling out there. I looked at my Venmo and I was like, did I do that yet? Let me know if I owe. Ren! Thank you so much. I did get your dono, and that's ready to come up in the next few. How's it? Deadly cup of tea. How you doing? Peanut butter in my coffee. Yes, you have been accepted. That is a must. Shadow, how's it? How you guys doing over there? Oh my God, Shadow, we need rain, bro. A drought. Oof. DJ Tambor, yes. Crossface, Buffalo Wing. Magic Spark. Let's see. Baja Smancer, is that it? How you doing? Oranai, what's going on? How you been? Yeah, there's Oranai, if you want to donate, there's a few. Oh, you just did. Oh, sorry, you did. I'm sorry, I just looked at the list. Anyhow, how are you? Good to see you here. Spike, Drag Neil. What's up? Let's see, who else do I have here? Liquid and Silco. I'm a Sneak. How you doing, man? Good to see you here. So what my mods, I guess, is I'm a Sneak and 1 a.m. are here. Let me see if there's anybody else that I missed. I think I may have gotten everybody. If I missed you, still love you. Jack Syria, what's up? All right, I think I got my usual suspects here. Oh, Glad Devastator. How's it? How are you? And Double A's in the house. There we go. Just saw that. Okay. Who else? Okay, that's about it, I think. I may have gotten, if I didn't say hi to you and you've checked in on the chat. Hey, Brexter, what's going on? Hey, look, it's Bob Ross. Love that. All right. So, yeah. This is like my little waiting page here because you guys know I need my coffee. So I found this little streaming channel that has a little light, hip-hop-y kind of chill coffee, rainy in the corner, creative, kind of thing. little fan action going out by the next to the E on the coffee, and the signals change lights or whatever every now and then. I figured, all right. So, and what else do I have here? Oh, for the peanut butter, Swiss cheese chunks for the palate cleaner, and of course, to clear it all out at the end of the day. You know what? I'm going to turn off my fart box, because a few times recently, I'd be in the middle of listening to something or talking, and it goes off, and then everybody gets all mental on me and say, it was you, dude. No, turn it off. It is officially off. All right. And let me see. And oh yeah, and for those of you who don't know, I dropped in a couple of new emotes last week. Funny things coming through. And one was just sent to me that I haven't cropped and put in there, but this is a funny one. Somebody caught me making a weird face out there. There we go. Well, that's not the one, though. I'm going to get another. There's another one coming that I forgot to crop. All right, guys. Let me get my ducks in a row here. And I am going to start with, actually, the kebab seller. I don't know if he's with us right now. He's way somewhere out in the Middle East, and he hangs out on the stream when he can. But he did dono me about a week and a half ago, and I fully spaced it, and because I do. But me and my keepers, keeping Jeebs all in together, which is my mod buddies, are consolidating, figuring out, and almost at a very straight mainlining this Venmo, credit card, whatever thing into one little thing, so that I don't ever do that, at least minimize that possibility. So, hey, Hurricane, thank you for another subscription. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, okay. Let me see, I got everything going. You guys can hear me good enough. I have to raise the volume briefly on my thing. And our first piece of music we're listening to does come from the kebab seller. You guys familiar with this track? This is old RuneScape soundtrack, Harmony. I don't know what RuneScape is. It must be a video game, I think. You guys tell me. So, let me see. Is that what this is? Is this a video game? All right. Well, good deal. So let's get this going. Ooh, let me start my hard drive. That would have sucked. Yeah. I got to back it up, too, because I've been getting a lot of blocks lately. Oh, by the way, really quick, if you've gone to some of my recent VOD uploads on YouTube, and let's say we're going right along, and all of a sudden there's a weird, like, cut stop weirdness going on, it's because I have been getting blocks, and instead of me pulling that whole file, re-editing it, and sending it back out, because that could just be forever, I just initiate the remove section from YouTube's dashboard, and it goes in there and cuts it. So I have no real managing how they cut what they do in the edit. So I do whatever it is they ask me to do, so the dispute turns into nothing. And so if that happens, that's what's going on. Gotta love our copyright system on YouTube and the publishers that don't want us to listen to their music online for any goddamn reason. So, hey, there you are, Kebab Seller. Everybody, Kebab Seller's in the house. So let's say hi to Kebab Seller, and this is your track, Kebab Seller, from way back when. Let's do this. This is from RuneScape, I believe is the name of the game, and this track's called Harmony. All right. Okay, I'll listen to this first and we'll do the orchestra version. I feel I owe you that. This is a nice kind of, it's kind of a pseudo Renaissance romantic-y kind of vibe here. like maybe this would be a piece of music that's written for like, well, it is a video game, but like, you know, when they do the official dance or something like that, kind of a thing. There's a little like a Japanese fifth arrangement in that horn thing. Why is this not stopping for me? There we go. You know, one of the oh crap, hang on. One of the unique things about, now this is obviously, I think this is purposely written in 16-bit or not. I don't know if this game was created in 16-bit, but in the days of 16-bit. But if this was written to kind of sound like, oh, this is old MIDI. Okay, thank you. But by virtue of that, the even the cheesiness of the MIDI sounds still sell it without me having to go, oh my God, that sound or anything like that. Even though the weird little horn that we just heard, that horn arrangement, it still sells it really well. And since I don't know what this is, I can only assume by looking at a sword that it's you know, some kind of mystic castle type game or Renaissance way back in the day imaging of the game. Also by the nature of the music, obviously. But like I said earlier, it sounds a lot like a you know, I only have a small go-to, but that movie that Heath Ledger was in where he was a knight, and then there was the little scene where he had to dance and learn the dance and stuff like that. This feels like it has that kind of waltzy vibe to it. So I don't know where in the game this plays, but it doesn't seem like this is an intense part of the game as much as it is perhaps either searching for something or hanging out with somebody and doing some kind of part of the game together. Yeah, Knight's Tale. I don't know if that was a leitmotif, maybe a little callback to a melody there. Okay, now we're getting dark. Anytime the two bells show up. I love the lower pizzicato. Just that little turnaround right there has a little bit of that pocket of because it was the fifth, but the notes that were used right there just kind of rang out a little bit more of a medieval Asian kind of sense of rhythm of arrangement there. So okay, now apparently I listened to the wrong one, but because the kebab seller said he wanted me to listen to the one that is the orchestra version. But then at that point I said, well, I've got this up and running. Let me, whoops. let me get the one with the orchestra. I guess this is it right here, right? Because now that I heard it, I think this is going to be a real kind of fun A-B. So I believe this is it. Would you, on the very top, the kebab seller, if you're still there? That is it. All right. So now I feel good. So now this is the orchestral version for the kebab seller of the game RuneScape Harmony. So let's do this. Oh, oof. I love those dueling ostinatos. A nice little pitch for the studio. I love that in the sense that, remember, I was kind of calling out that little horn play on the first one we listened to, and they hit it right there. I mean, it was the same thing. It's very unique when we listen to, first of all, I have to apologize. It's RuneScape. I was saying RuneScape. My bad. My eyes versus dyslexia. This never wins. Whatever comes out of my mouth half the time when I read stuff. So obviously this is a cover orchestral version of this, which means that whoever did the original orchestrating on this listened to it back, listened to the track vigorously, and yet added their own, textures and dynamics to it, because now you got a full orchestra to work with instead of 5 or 6, little MIDI stems that the original came from, which is really great too, because now we can hear how bold and how fat that this takes it. But what I love about this, you guys have heard me talk about this when I love watching live performances, it's almost as if wouldn't it be great to watch devs do things in our favorite games? Like, how did they do that with this and do that? And you watch things in real time. This is what's beautiful about this, is that we get to watch the musicians play in real time, and we get that extra little level of connectivity, That was a really bold line with the cellos and the trombones. I loved it. Muted French horn. Another thing I love about this is that whenever I talk about the ostinatos, or the way, the pizzicato, or the different kind of techniques that is used in bowing, just watching what the violas were doing, or the cellos or something, whenever you hear dun, 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 you know, whether there's different techniques how the bow may bounce off of a string or how it's used to get, there's a staccato, spizzicato, marcato, there's different techniques and stuff. And that's why I love watching this, is I get the, I mean, if you notice, I'm looking at this with a completely different energy because I'm matching what I'm watching with the dynamics that I'm hearing, and it's such a pleasure to this. Was that it? No, that couldn't have been it, was it? Oh, wow, you know what? This track put me in a whole wonderful space because of the fact that this is, you know, a huge part of my life. Live orchestral works, but not mine. But all the way as a kid, all the way until about 20 years ago, 15 years ago, watching my father conduct orchestral pieces. And so I have a close connectivity to watching musicians perform in this capacity, especially in a studio environment, because as a little kid up until, you know, like I said, the late 2000 aughts, which would mean 8, 9, 10, I still went to with dad, you know, to the studio and stuff before he passed away, and watched him do this. So through spending that kind of quality time with my dad, I was taught a lot of things on how to recognize and listen, and then I know my dad's compositions or orchestrations, and I'd be reading it while he's conducting it, and then I'd see, okay, here comes that section with the French horns that I watched him write. Let's see how the dynamics work. And I'd look at the French horns, and you see them, you know, and that's you know, a powerful thing for me. This was a great track, and it was a great example on how an orchestrator, a composer, takes a 16-bit, you know, piece and turns it into this. Obviously, there's some things that were not the same, obviously, but there was always something through it, through and through. Even if it got a little buried, the little pizzicato stuff that was happening in the 16-bit was still in play here, except it was just a little lower, obviously, because now you had much bolder orchestral works going on. So, the kebab seller, geez, you gave me one and I talked forever. I can't thank you enough for that. Thank you so much, man. That was great. Yeah. I mean, one of these days, I have a video of my dad conducting the music for Antonio Banderas' Pancho Villa, I think. That was an HBO thing. And so my dad did the orchestrations for that, and I have some video of that. So maybe one day I'll find it and play it for you guys. And that way you can see my dad work, and then, you know, that story I just told you, that kind of exposure that I had my whole life to this particular music. So anyhow, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Next up, this comes from Rin. You know what we're doing here, Rin. I want to thank you a lot for that very first one that we did last week together of Dream Theater. Went over really well on my Decomposer Lounge channel. So anyhow, this is for you. Once again, thank you so much for your kindness and your generosity. I really, really appreciate it. That's super cool beans. So here we go, guys. Everybody sit down and relax. This is going to be about 10 minutes. I'll minimize my breaks in between, but let's just get into this. This is Paradigm Shift by Liquid Tension Experiment. This is live 2008. So let's do this. All right. Oh, it kind of started in the middle of somewhere, but... Jeez. Wow, I've never seen that before. Jeez! Some ELO Edgar Winter kind of vibes here. You know, I gotta love when Jordan is always, you know, he is so god tier talented. They all are, but just watching Jordan, especially me being a keyboardist, I'm maybe a 1.5 on the talent scale compared to him. And I do not desire to be anything like him because I also know that took a shit ton of wood shedding in practice. But it's such a joy to watch somebody who is as confident in his playing so that when he plays, he could be attached to the audience and not really like, you know, pinned into it. The bass player, I heard somebody just popped over here. This is Joe Bonamassa's bass player. Excuse me. I do recognize him from other videos, but I've never, ever seen a bass player play with like these extensions, I guess. But it made sense. I was looking at it going, I've never seen anything like that. But it makes sense that it would add a different kind of percussive element, I guess, to the performance of each note by hitting it. So I'm assuming it would add just a little bit of a poppy high end to it, you know, which would add to the percussive aspect of it. And then, of course, Mike Portnoy. Everybody knows that Mike Portnoy is coming back to Dream Theater for one reason or another. I've seen 55 videos pop up. I don't know what it is, but I guess for a lot of you old school Dream Theater folks, having Portnoy back into Dream Theater is a good thing. But I know that this is Liquid Tension. For a second, I was going, wait, what happened to John, the bass player? And I went, oh, doy. I forgot. But anyhow, let's go. I love digging into those long hanging notes on a solo. Oh, the bass slides. Oh, Mike, what happened? Nice change up. Boy, the live engineering on this sounds fantastic. What a great job. Listen to that squawky bass kick drum. You notice how the kick drum is so isolated from the rest? I mean, no reverb, nothing there. It's really tight. What a molasses of a bass solo that was. I kind of opened it up there. I like that. This section has a little bit more of like a harder Pink Floyd edge. And I think a lot of that sound also has to do with the keyboards in the back, that pad. We just went to another part of the planet, kind of a Moroccan vibe. God, Portnoy's cymbal regiment is insane. You hear what Jordan's playing? There's a great turn there. Jeez! Oh my God! That was incredible. Yeah, look at Portnoy. He says they're going, yeah, we did that. Yeah, we're good. That was outstanding. This level of musicianship, you know, it's just exciting to watch in this case for me because I'm happy with the little musician that I am with whatever skill set I have, but I'm so ready and eager to celebrate people that have this tremendous amount of skill. And it shows that they're having such a great time performing it, though I know they rehearse like mad too. This isn't something you walk in and just, even if they're all the best sight readers in the world, you still have to run through this at least 5 times, you know, to make sure everything goes right. And in sections and in chunks, you know, and then put it together. Once again, I think one of the unique things is watching the bass player with those things on his fingers, and of course he took it off when he started doing his solo. I love that downshift in the area where they pull back gets a little bit of kind of like Pink Floydish with the pads. That's where he does his bass solo. And once again, I just have to go ahead and just reiterate, with Mike Portnoy, he puts an equal amount of emphasis in the power of his cymbal arrangements, which is including the hi-hat, when he does things where it's just kind of reminds me like Dave Weckl-ish, and if you know Dave Weckl, he's a top threer for me in the world in drum musicians or drummers. So, and then of course, John on the guitar, having the best time of his life ever. Kind of feels like there's a little more of a youthful, how do I say this? A youthful approach to his playing. I know this is, 20 years ago? This is 2008. Oh, this is only 12 years ago, 14 years ago. That's when it was uploaded, but it says here that it was live 2008. There's, musicians change their performance abilities as you get older or younger or whatever. You get slower, faster, more bendy, less and all that sort of stuff. But anyhow, I agree with a lot of people here, and I too am desperately looking forward to seeing how Dream Theater shifts with having Portnoy. I can't fucking talk. Portnoy back in the seat. Be it for just concerts or they're writing new projects. I didn't get the depth of it. Maybe one of you guys can tell me if he's coming back in for a concert tour or is he coming back into the band and they're going to write and produce more music together. So either way, I can hardly wait till one of those pop. So yeah, to the AKG 240. Yeah, it's my favorite cans. If you know. All right, guys, let's go. Let's do this. This is, what's the next one here? I'm going down now onto, okay, oh, somebody, Hurricane Gregor, what an amount. What was that about? Okay, I'm done for the donos. So, 1 a.m. or I'm a sneak. I don't know why I'm coughing so much today. Put that little button up, that thing up there that says done with the donos kind of a thing. And let me start trudging through this. Snake, snake, snake.